I'm gonna wait till I see it on the phone. I don't know if I trust Rob. For the delay. You trust Rob?
No.
It's the only way we see the questions, isn't
it? Yeah.
Another day, another dollar. Welcome to 6 Beers with Bink.
4 people are watching.
It's 4 people watching right now.
How about that?
I think we're live, Pete. Oh my god!
Hey,
of course.
my name is Phil.
Of course.
Thank
What's
you.
the ad, man? The YouTube ad. This is
Of
good
course.
though. You're to get these ads.
Heck yeah! You think I was going? I wasn't doing it for free.
These shit ads going.
We're down to 1 person. We're down to 1
We're
person.
really showing off the legs.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right, so Pete, we have not done this with you before. This is
No.
what we do.
No.
You have to turn the audio down. What?
Turn the sound down on your radio when you call in, please. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so I have the chat function up. You can send questions.
Okay.
I have 6 beers that neither of us have ever had before. I don't know, Pete. You might have had them, but Bink's never had them. You ready to see them?
If Bink hasn't had them.
Well, I've had the brand, but not like. Well, I've
Okay.
had some of the brands, but not that type.
All right, so the first one, this is Upslope Brewing Company,
Okay.
Citra Pale Ale. Go ahead and look at it.
Can I smell it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you'll pour it whenever we have some.
It's
Sure.
Aurora, Colorado. I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Have you seen that before, Bink?
No, I've
Okay.
never had Upslope.
All
It's
right.
described right here as floral, juicy, and brilliant. Much like myself. Here you go, Bink.
Floral
It
and
is described,
juicy.
Pete. Citra Pale
Brilliant.
Ale. It's kind of a different IPA, isn't it?
Should we pour it?
Citra Pale Ale.
Pete, what
Citra Pale
Pete, what
Ale.
team do you think Baker Mayfield's going to play for?
Well,
Week 1. What team is Baker Mayfield on? I'll ask the first question today.
I guess it has to be the Panthers.
All right, Bink. Hand me the can. Bink, hand me the can. Hand me the
Let me
can.
open
back.
it for you. Jeez.
Okay, my bad. Hand me the can back. I'm going to post a picture of this,
Yeah.
and then hold on. Let me get ready.
All
Number
right.
1.
Should I smile on it?
I don't need you to smile.
Graham it.
I don't need you to.
Tag me.
I don't
if
need you to
would.
smile,
PG
my
Sweeney.
friend.
Thank you.
I definitely don't need you to smile, pal.
It's got to be the Panthers, right, Bink? There's nobody else.
I mean, yeah, but and it's definitely not the Falcons because they're happy with what they got. You know who the viewer is?
I still think it's.
It's Ralph from Dodge City.
I actually still think it's Carolina. I would pick Carolina.
Shout out Big Pete. I'd say Carolina too. But Atlanta says they're not even interested in next year's quarterbacks.
Okay.
So they're set. I'm like, no, you're not set. Dan Campbell
I
feels the same way.
I know this sounds insane, but I still think that Mariota's got a shot. Just one more chance.
A shot at what?
Being a starter in the
Atlanta.
league. He's going to get an opportunity finally. I mean, I watched that man throw a pass to himself and score a touchdown on it.
Yeah, he probably will. Oh, thanks, Pete.
All right.
You can
we good?
really smell the citrus. You got to smell the beer first, Pete.
Yeah, this is like a wine tasting. Oh, it is floral and juicy.
You can really smell the citra
right.
hops.
Should we go in?
I'll take one, then I'll go back to work.
Mm.
You have to wait.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad.
We have to try it together.
You didn't.
We're drinking together.
You didn't
What's your
lay out-
dad's birthday?
You didn't lay out the ground rules.
We're drinking together. It's
Yeah.
not just you pour it
If my
and you
dad's
just drink
watching,
whenever
happy
you want to drink.
60th birthday,
Happy 60th
to
birthday,
Pete
Big
Sweeney
Pete.
Senior,
Big Pete.
Big Pete,
The real Pete
the
Sweeney.
the real Pete Sweeney. Six
All right,
foot
so
two of
this-
60 years.
This is the Upslope Brewing Company. It's a Citra Pale Ale. It's from
Yes,
Boulder, Colorado. You missed the last time we. Bing.
I am drinking it. I'm just smelling it.
I told the story of when I went to Boulder, Colorado, and I went to the John Benet Ramsey house last time.
Oh,
What's
scary.
what's a conspiracy that you want to learn more about?
What is a conspiracy that I want to learn more about? Maybe Watergate.
Okay.
would be an interesting the thing that comes to mind. I actually just recently was in Boulder. Good little city.
Boulder is beautiful.
Good little city.
Have you been to Boulder before?
I have.
Okay.
I
Much
really enjoyed
football.
it. The mountains and the you can see the mountains in the distance. They got like a little town there. I went for a wedding.
I loved it.
It actually was Chiefs reporter Matt McMullen's wedding. Had
Oh.
the old travel to
Name
get to the wedding.
dropper.
Shout out to Sydney. Sydney just got married.
I
Shout
was
out
at
to her.
that wedding too.
You were-
All
I didn't
these-
get invited.
All these
Jeez,
Chiefs weddings. Yeah.
You couldn't invite me. I couldn't be your plus one.
No plus one.
Did you go
for
to
me.
Macklin's?
I did not go to Jeremy Macklin's. No, It
Neither
would've
did
been
John
nice
Dorsey.
to be invited. No, John Dorsey.
Did you get a toaster at least?
Neither did John Dorsey.
Well, the phone was off that day. We know that.
We do know that much.
That's
We
true.
do know that
Yeah.
much. All right, you've already sifted. All right,
Cheers.
cheers to
Cheers.
Bank. First
Cheers.
live stream beers
Cheers
for Bank.
to Rob behind the camera.
All right,
Citra
let's
Pale
try
Ale,
it.
Rob.
Citra Pale Ale.
Rob's already drank his.
What's the rating system here? Like, what are we
Just
rating? it
0
at?
to 10 decibels count.
Okay.
This is the Citra Pale Ale. These are 6 beers that Binkley's never had before. That's the first one.
1 to 10.
The
or 0 to 10.
Upslope Brewing Company.
I'm not a huge fan of this.
Huh?
I'm not a huge.
It's very IPA-ish. You almost have to be IPA, even though it's a pale ale. You almost have to be. It's very IPA-ish. Let me put it that way.
It's got a little bit of that bite, that hoppy bite.
I mean, I could drink this, but it's not one you're gonna put like 3 or 4 of them down. You know what I mean? It's not like
no
masking
doubt.
something.
I mean, I
Do you
think
want any
it's
more?
one- I
You
think
want
it's one
me?
or two.
Do you need more to get a taste of it?
No, I got a little bit left here. I'm out. I think I'm at like a 4.6.
Wow, you haven't even finished your sip.
I didn't love it. Did you love it?
I'm a little bit higher. 4.8 is what I would say.
4.8.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably in that 4 range. I'm more of a wheat or sweet,
Yeah.
Right.
wheat or sweet, and that wasn't
A lot of beer tasting really goes into
that wasn't for me.
Yeah, it really goes as far as what you like.
That wasn't for
I'm
me.
not a huge hoppy man.
Yeah.
All right, hold
that's
on. Let me
not
go ahead.
either.
Let me
He's-
get the first one on there.
He just learned what India Pale Ale meant.
This is the Upslope Brewing Company.
What did you rate it? C-Dot, did you submit your rating it?
I'm gonna go 4.8 too. I wasn't a huge fan.
Okay.
Someone on the
You just learned about IPA.
I had no clue what I and IPA stood for.
Yeah.
Robbie Hudson wants to know what's your favorite documentary recently or that you're currently watching. Do you have a favorite doc, Pete Sweeney?
Well, I think the one that everybody watched, The Last Dance, was so good. That's kind of set the bar in recent memory. I set my DVR to 30 for 30s to just record whenever they're on, and I thought the Michael Vick one was really good. It's really long, but you really learn about what happened and what went into his story, and obviously Andy Reid is a huge part of that.
You know, I'm waiting for. I told Kling this morning when I was in with him. We were talking about it. He said I'm waiting for the 30 for 30 when the IRS comes knocking. If there's some of these deal deals like these name imaging like this, because I wonder if people are paying the government because they're it's no NCAA. So when the IRS comes knocking,
Bink,
I know
what
it's
do
gonna
you-
be 30 for 30.
What do you make of all this Texas A&M Alabama stuff?
I love it. I mean, I like sports drama, and this is complete SEC sports drama. This is going to make the SEC media days insane because you throw Kiffin in that, and it's just fun.
This is my forever sports take. The more WWE, the better. Everyone's getting on Patrick Beverly the other day. I mean, now the Timberwolves and Suns are going to meet on Christmas, right? I don't know. To me, the more of this stuff, the better. What is everyone, when the schedule comes out, going to be looking at? It's this game, or it's not
Absolutely.
everybody's schedule.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, it
October
is.
16th.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
already
I think
What's
I
the
saw
first
that.
thing everyone did? They go and look at when Texas A&M is playing Alabama. I wish there was more of this in the NFL. And a lot of PR teams will say, don't do this, especially in Kansas City. I mean, Andy Reid doesn't really want them talking smack. But whenever
You know
there's
what I'm talking.
jarring,
Period.
yeah, whenever there's jarring, it makes the games better.
Well, here's
So,
the
I
deal.
love it.
Saban, he even admitted that his team got over $3 million last year. The players there earned $3
Yeah.
million. What they don't do is entice you to go there to pay. He's saying that's what A&M did. Listen, Saban's
That's not what I think is happening though.
but it is though. But here's the thing with Saban. He's mad
It
because he's mad because he used to be able to get all the recruits without having to do this. But they're still getting paid once they're there. But he's upset the way Texas A&M maybe promised something because they can't do that. You're not supposed to do that.
No,
It's
you're not
strict
supposed
rules.
to do that.
But
But
here's the thing with Saban. He's got that GOAT status. He's like Brady. You can say whatever the hell you want when you're Nick Saban. And
You
I
saying
love
talk
this
to the
man.
ring.
Now yeah.
the ring.
He's got 7 of them, so he's the all-time winner. But here's the thing with Jimbo, and he's fine to defend his team, and I was good with it. But he kind of took some personal shots there as well, kind of talking about go into history, the guys that coach with his team. I thought that was a little
Yeah, I
that was a
thought
little too personal.
I thought Jimbo was kind of being nasty today.
Yeah, I mean it's fine if you do it and say, hey man, we don't pay anybody. Look at Alabama, whatever. But when you take shots at him personally and his career and what guys are saying about him, I was like, come on.
I
man.
actually think that Saban was doing more of a call of action to Alabama people.
Yeah, he was sitting around a bunch of boosters.
Yeah, I think it was more of a hey, look at what they're doing and look at
Yeah.
you guys need to be doing
Totally.
more. That's what I thought. It
No, I
was.
thought so too. I thought Jimbo got a little too personal.
All right. Someone on the question. We will be answering questions. So if you got a question, just throw them in. Someone wants to know, Pete, if you were wearing cargo shorts. Those do not look like cargo shorts.
No, these. If you want to see, I'll stand up.
They have fish on them.
They got fish.
They got barracudas on there.
Speaking of Boulder,
Barrac-
illegal
Illegal Pete's. All right, you ready for the next one?
Illegal Pete. Yeah.
All right, this is. I'm gonna go up to the camera. This is Alaskan Husky IPA.
Ooh,
Do you know Alaska's where they make this?
I will say the first thing that jumps out about this
Nice can, great
is
packaging.
there's a wolf on it.
It's a husky.
It's Husky IPA.
Yeah, could be a dog, could be a snow dog. If
It's
you
a
will.
husky, is what it is.
And it does say IPA on here, 7% alcohol by volume. So
I don't think Dot'll like this one.
no scootering after.
You don't think I'll like it?
If you're not a big fan of Citra Pale Ale, you might have an issue. with
Okay,
this
all
one.
right. Well, that's why the
Oh, I
first.
thought you were
one-
more of an IPA guy, Pete.
Well, I
I think Pete's an alcohol guy.
here and there, I'll try an IPA. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hand me back so I can post this
Husky
picture.
IPA.
You're not really a beer man, are you?
I mean, I don't mind him. Like I
Yeah, he's
said, I
learning,
I
man.
like either wheat or sweet.
He's trying.
I'm
a lot of them,
I'm
put it that way.
either a wheat or sweet guy.
He'll have 12
Tweeting
down.
out this link. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I'm tweeting it right now. Beer number 2. Let me go ahead and post it on there. Hold on.
This is
Beer number 2. Husky IPA. Alaskan Brewing Company.
Husky IPA.
So they have a pretty good selection there.
Yeah, no, that Tipsy's, I think it's called. Yeah, no, that place was very nice. Tipsy's was very nice.
this
All
is-
right, I just put out the second one. All right,
All
if you
right.
got a question, we'll answer 'em. Hand me some cups, Pete. Let me go ahead and open these up.
All right. Think you have a cup?
I do, Pete, right here.
Pete, let's start with this question. Everybody, let's go around the room. Name an NFL team you think is being overlooked.
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 This is Banks.
Okay.
I don't want to spit with.
That's why we
Bink. No
got
offense,
mad
Bink.
cups. We don't got to do that.
Bink, you want to go first on this one? I'm sure you have one on.
Bing,
the tip of your
give
tongue.
me an NFL team that's flying under the radar that no one's talking about.
We've already talked about it a little bit, but I think it's the Colts still. Because
Yeah.
I said it last year.
You've loved the
Well,
Colts for 7 years.
I do, but you know what? The Colts should have been a playoff team last year, except for choking at Jacksonville because of Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz blew so many damn games for that team. That is a good football team, minus Carson Wentz. Listen,
So they
Matt
fixed it
Ryan
with Matt
is still a
Ryan.
good quarterback. Yeah, he is an upgrade over Carson Wentz. And you know what? Phillip Rivers was on his last legs. He's coaching high school football right after he coached the Colts to a playoff game where they should have beat the Bills in Buffalo, but they missed a 32-yard field goal and went for it on 4th and goal, or they would have won. But I think Matt Ryan, definite upgrade over Carson Wentz. I think it's a halfway decent football team that's getting overlooked.
Unpopular take alert for me.
Wait, Bink, damn.
Well, you put beer in front of me.
Bink, damn.
Unpopular.
Bink can't
I
wait
didn't
to
drink
drink it.
I didn't drink the beer.
Bink can't wait.
I was sniffing
drank-
He was definitely about to
I
sip
should
it.
be tuning into my peripherals a little bit to make sure he
Yeah.
doesn't drink. I'd say, yeah, this is unpopular, but I in our race for number 2, my pick is going to be the Denver Broncos this year. I think they're going to get up to number 2. I think they're going to be in the postseason. I don't think people, especially here, give that team enough credit because they've just had trash quarterbacks. I'm happen to be one of these people who thinks Russell Wilson's going to turn back the clock. I can understand why you wouldn't be, but they've been missing a quarterback now for a couple years.
Yeah.
And have really been building the offense. They have some defensive pieces left, but they've really been building the offense to have a quarterback, and they finally got one. And I think they're going to be competitive, and I think they'll split with the Chiefs.
What did I tell you last year? I like their roster better than the Chargers.
Yes.
Except for the
Yeah.
quarterback. I told you that all year. But here's the thing. The Chargers, so you like the Broncos better than the Chargers. Because I know
This
last
year
year
I
you like
do.
the okay. And
This
the
year I
Raiders,
do.
the funny thing is they made the playoffs. They are totally getting disrespected.
That's true.
Like they can 100% play the disrespect
And
card.
the fact too of Devontae, that you got your college receiver there. If Derek Carr is ever going to have a fantastic year, I know he was flirting with the MVP that one year, whatever, but it's pairing him with Devontae.
His last season at Fresno, 131 catches, 24 touchdowns. The Devontae to Derek Carr combination. Unbelievable.
All right. I am going to suggest the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
I think people have we
With the
talked
injuries
about
go
the
back.
Baltimore Ravens like they were the
That's a good
second
one.
best team in the
That's a
AFC.
good one.
They had a great year last year for having a Chargers list of injuries. So that's
100%.
with you. Yeah.
It's even worse
100%.
now. I think a team that's getting overlooked because no one's really giving them much respect is giving all the respect to the Bills of the Bengals. Here's a team that went to the Super Bowl. They got better. That offensive line got a lot better. That secondary, they drafted Dax Hill. Plus, they have Jesse Bates. And they
Bink,
got
we
Cam
could be
Taylor,
drinking
Brett
right now.
McCoy.
You want to go long?
All
You
right,
want to go?
so
Yeah.
snip.
Well,
I was
hold on.
talking- I
Hold
was
on.
talking
Yeah.
football.
I know. Well, I was
All right.
saying you were so eager. Now you want to go into a long form Bengals discussion.
See, this is less fruity.
All right. This is the Alaskan
this
Husky
smells like- this
IPA.
smells like an Alaskan Husky.
I like that much more than the last one we had.
I'm on board with you.
Much more than
That's
the last one.
smooth. It's
I like that
smoother.
much more than the last
Yeah.
one.
You know what's funny is that Citrus tasted almost hoppier than this, and that was a pale ale, and
This is
was
good.
a IPA. This is very smooth.
This
IPA.
is good.
I would drink this.
I would too.
I'm actually surprised it's an IPA. It almost tastes like more of like a lager, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
This is good. I like
But you
this one.
the smell of it's definitely IPA-ish. You can always smell the hops.
I'm a fan. Not a huge fan, but I'm a fan. I'll give it a 6-2.
I'll give it 6.5. I
Okay.
think it's that smooth of it.
I think we're all in the same. I think this is a 6.2, 6.5, somewhere in that range. I like this.
Yeah, it's good beer.
I wouldn't drink a whole glass of that other one. I would drink a glass of this. Like if this was on special somewhere, I'd be like, hey, go and throw me the Alaskan Husky IPA.
That's what happened to Nivens. He didn't like IPAs at all. And he started like slowly drinking them, and then started liking the IPAs, getting the taste.
Well, he's white, so I'm really surprised he didn't like IPAs.
What?
He's white, so I'm really surprised he didn't like IPAs.
If we're ranking these, I would say this one's definitely number one so far.
Well, we've only had two.
One of two.
We've only had two.
I'm just telling you. The fruity one would finish last for me.
What was the
Up
deal
to.
with ESPN? They gave the Chiefs 9.4 wins or something like that when their computers did it.
And they went way over.
Well, I was laughing at it because Andy Reid's averaged 11.8 over the last 10 years. Like,
Right.
And there's an extra game, and he's still
As good as the division is, I mean, I think you could write them down for at least 3-3. They're at least going to split with the division. So I don't know how.
Hold on, let me get the next beer, and then I'll throw the question. You guys can talk about it. Hold on.
Okay. Beers with Bink.
back to the Bengals. No, just kidding.
He said, "Just kidding." No, he meant
No, he wanted to really talk about the Bengals.
This year's gonna be so fun in the NFL.
Ooh, what
though.
is that?
100%.
Ooh, we're going a little off the board here.
Yeah.
We have the Great Divine
Oh,
Wild Strawberry Ale. The Great Divine Wild Strawberry Ale.
Another Colorado beer, isn't it?
Yeah, I think all of these might be from Colorado.
you know,
it's a great beer state.
this looks like a beer that's going to make you want to purse your lips. You can tell it's going to be a little sour.
It's an ale though.
It's got this really nice purple bear on it. I do like the logo. It feels like it's a summer in the mountains.
Pete thinks it's a little too detailed.
So the
but
question for this is, what would you set the over under at for games that Deshaun Watson is suspended?
Oh man, that's a good one.
I'll answer while you're thinking. I think the answer is 6.5.
wild raspberries.
I think 6 is the minimum. I don't
Yeah,
think you can
I think it's
suspend
only
him
6.
less than Ezekiel Elliott or Ben Roethlisberger got. I think 6.5. I think 6 is the minimum he can get. I don't think it'd be more than 10 though. I'd set the over under it at 6.5.
6.5 is probably good. I think 5.5. You can make a case in that way for 5.5 because you at that point you're betting on at least 6, and then anything under you would win too. I think that if it was 5.5, the money would obviously be favoring the over. Let
me get that can back so I can take a picture of it.
Something
the
in me
tweets.
tells me, based upon the contract, like we sort of assume, I think on the outside looking in, that these NFL league folks and the ownership don't talk to each other. When the Browns signed him with the special deal where, what was it? It was so front loaded and in the signing bonus, so he wouldn't lose any of the money. The ownership had to have an inkling of like what the NFL was thinking. And so even if it was 6.5 or 5.5, I'm hammering the over. I think he might get suspended for about half the season, if not 10 games. Like whatever the over under it is for me, I'm taking the over.
Do you want a new cup or the same cup?
I'll just stay with the same.
Okay.
cup, yeah.
All right.
I'm green, just trying to stay green.
No, yeah, this is only our second time doing this.
Right.
Hand me this, man.
Let me make sure.
Yeah. Get all that.
We need
get all
those
that
pretzels in
excess
between
beer
the
out.
beers that they do at Beer Fest. See that they have pretzels. We need a bag of pretzels in
give me
between
some.
beers.
You know what? We got a lot of Royals Day games to do
Clears
this.
you out.
Hold on. I'm going to go put the can in
Okay,
front of the
all right.
screen.
Can I
Go
sniff it?
I know you can sniff it, but don't drink it. We drink it together.
No, I'm just drinking. I'm just smelling the wild raspberries.
It's a good looking can.
Pete likes the bear.
I do. It's a good looking can.
I've been throwing my can away, though. Or my cup away. I've been throwing my cup away.
Oh, we're back to some kind of fruity smell here for sure.
Well, it's
Oh,
the
it's
wild
wild
strawberry
raspberries.
ale. So,
yeah.
the
Boy, you
wild
can really
raspberry.
taste the
I can really see
raspberries.
that there's.
Why are you Bink? How many times I haven't drank it yet?
I can smell.
Oh,
this.
he's already drinking too.
No, I haven't had a
Yell at
sip.
Pete.
I just got my nose in there.
My bad.
nose
I
is
don't-
a little wet.
I don't mean to yell at anybody. I don't want to yell at anybody.
I thought there was no yelling on Beers with Bink. Wasn't there? Isn't there
No,
some
you got the
yelling?
wrong show then. All right,
okay.
we'll take a sip. We'll take a sip.
All right.
This is a definite 100 degrees. You're on the back deck.
Oh yeah, you can only have
You're
this. This
sweating
is
or you played some ball or something and
Yeah.
you drink this.
Ooh,
But this is like
a warhead. It's like a
two
warhead.
tops.
This beer.
the wild raspberry is too sweet for me.
This is
Two
right on
wine
my alley. You
coolerish.
know me. Weed or sweet? You know me.
It's 2 wine coolers for me. You probably like it.
Yeah, no, this plays for you, I would bet.
This is only a beer I could have one of these. No, you can't have multiple of these.
No.
It tastes
too
like
sweet.
it could be a Boulevard Quirk if you're looking for some local flavor. I mean, it's kind of got that taste to it. Like I wouldn't be stunned if my eyes were closed and this was a fruity seltzer.
It does taste.
It's got a
like
little bit
seltzer.
more flavor than that. You know what it tastes like? Remember when Boulevard had that? What was it? Berry jam. or-
Jam band.
Yeah,
Jam
jam
band.
band. That's
Jam
what it
band.
tastes like. It
Little
tastes
bit
like
like
it tastes
that.
like a jam band. That's what it tastes like.
Jam band was better. I recently discovered that they stopped making jam band.
Do they?
Big mistake.
I didn't realize
for the can you use some of your beer community sway to get jam bands back in the mix? Do you
I
think?
should.
Somebody said over or under on Carrington yelling at Bink again for drinking too early. Well, we've got
I'll take the over.
I would say
we've got 3 beers left.
I would say again 1.5, and I would hammer the over. Yes, I would.
He's done it every
He's done
time.
it every time.
All right, you want a little bit more
No, I'm good.
to make your
You go
ranking?
ahead. I would slam one, but I got
I'm actually going to put this one second. So I had 4.6, and I said I think 6.4. This falls right in the middle. I would say 5.2 on this one for me.
I'm going lower 4.3 because I'm not a big sweetness guy of it.
I thought it was good. I just didn't love it. It's not my taste.
I'm gonna go 6.8 here. It's my favorite one so far.
Wow.
I'm gonna go 6.8 here. A little bit more than the other one.
Okay.
The other one I gave a 6.5.
Yeah.
I'm giving this one a 6.8.
It's like Bartle and James made love with Coors.
I don't-
You know
I
what I'm
don't-
saying? I'm just can't do it, you know?
That's a great way to
love
describe it.
Like Angry Orchard, I could have 2 of them, and it's like, hey, you know, all right, you know, there's
Right.
it's like you have so much sweet. I could only have one of these.
Right.
To your point, this is you're out at the function,
Yeah.
you're at the tailgate,
It's hot.
you're
right.
you have one of these, and maybe
Yeah.
you go to something else. Yeah, no, I couldn't have. I don't think I could drink multiple of these.
Well,
Too
I
sweet
mean,
for me.
It's a nice can because then, you only can see a bear in the woods probably once. So you only could have one of these and then you move on, right?
Yeah,
Maybe go back to the Husky.
there's a craft beer called Mount Rainier beer up in Washington.
Yeah.
And there was a bear. It was a young bear. It had drank 31
The bear did?
31 Mount Rainier beers. And he didn't like the other beer they had. I forgot what it was, domestic. He didn't like it. But he drank the Mount Rainier beer.
Oh, really?
So to trap this bear, once again, they put beer in like a cage and he came in there.
Wow.
But he'd gotten so drunk, he'd climbed up like on a tree and like passed out.
The bear got
Yeah,
that drunk.
You got to think about it. Even a bear like 300-pound bear is kind of a younger bear, but 300 pounds and you're drinking 31 beers. I mean, I don't care how big a beer you are.
Beer was on
loaded.
his
That is certainly your spirit
bear
animal.
was
Bear
on
got
his
drunk.
ass.
Yes,
That's what it
Bear
was.
wasted.
That's your spirit animal.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Someone on the question, if you guys got questions, throw them in there.
Yeah.
Someone asked if you were going to your own Kansas City brewery crawl,
Ooh.
what 5 would you include, Bank?
Oh, this is a big question.
This is definitely a big question.
It's tough because
you're the brewery master.
I like all these breweries. That's the problem. Like they're all unique for different flavors and taste. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Northtown breweries, like Call Sign and Center Block, Big Rip.
That's
got to
be the best place if you're going to do.
Yeah,
something
because
like
that,
right?
Dubious Claims on Excelsior, it's my hometown, and that's where we did our first 2 guys in a brewery podcast. Me and Nivens was down at Dubious
Jason
Claims.
Evans.
Then 3
Evans,
halves
if you're in the
Liberty.
building, we have an extra.
We definitely got an extra seat for you to come sit down.
But he's that 3 halves in Liberty.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys how we do this. So what we do is I call Bink on the phone, and I'm reading what we have,
Right.
and
I
I'm
don't have
like,
an iPhone.
it would be so much easier if I could FaceTime. I could show
You
them.
can Zoom me.
I could, So next time we determine the next Royals home game, Pete, if you want to come back, you're
Right.
certainly welcome to come back.
Yeah, no,
and sit with us.
Don't we have that with work, like our work email, like the Zoom?
Yeah. No,
every
we can
single
easily set-
episode of Beers with Bink. I'm on now.
Okay, all right, let's do it then.
Yeah.
All right. So this was the one when I told Bink, he's like, "Ooh, yeah, get that one." So I'm gonna put it in front of the camera.
All right.
Hold on.
These are all Colorado beers.
Yeah.
It seems
It
like.
was very Colorado themed.
Yeah.
It's Colorado
fitting
theme.
that
It's Colorado theme because you
kinda
love the
one of them's
Broncos.
I confessed my love for
Yeah.
Russ
One of
Wilson
them's
a few
Michigan.
minutes
You
ago.
got
That's
that.
right.
The Santuck. I think you got it. What brewery is this one?
This is Odell.
Oh, is this
Odell
the
Brewing
Odell?
Company.
It's one of the best breweries in the country.
Would you take Odell to play for the Rams or the Field?
I think I would take the field on these things.
You would take the Field.
Yeah,
You said same cup and then you threw the other cup away.
well, 3. I get 3 is a max.
Okay,
Once you have 3 here, okay.
you're gonna pour. I'll pour
I would
Bink a
say
little
the
bit.
field in the NFL. The NFL has this.
Hey Bink, can you wait until I take a picture before you drink it, please?
Hold on, Bink.
Test me.
The
Can I sniff it?
Just wait. Just let me take a quick picture.
I'm just sniffing it.
Okay, let me just take the
There's
picture.
no tasting going on.
Let me take the
The
picture
NFL has this
and post it, and then you
especially
can.
this offseason, this sense of anything can happen in the NFL right now. And so I'm just betting on the field for anything right now. Him going back to the Rams would be too predictable. Man, with the way the NFL is now, I wouldn't be stunned if he was like, you know what, I'll go back to Cleveland with Deshaun, right? If the suspension was low enough. I wouldn't be stunned for anything. So yeah, give me the field on
Who wins the AFC West? Chiefs of the field.
I would
That's a
take
good one.
You want me to be honest, or do you want me to?
I want you to be honest with me, Pete.
If I was putting my own money on it,
Chiefs of the field.
How do you not bet the field this year?
Oh, really?
I think
the team that won it 6 straight times.
I think the Chiefs will win it, but I'm not willing to bet them against the
Chiefs.
3 teams,
Ooh.
right? That's fair.
We're going to take a sip on that one. I don't
That's
want
$500.
You know, I can't. You know, I can't give an
How do you-
opinion.
How could you take the Chiefs against the field?
Just in the AFC West. I mean, they've won it 6 straight years. They've owned the AFC West.
I don't
Like
disagree.
they should all send Andy Reid a Father's Day
Well,
card.
here's the
with a
difference. If
June.
I'm betting one,
Seriously, because he owns them.
if I'm betting on one team, I'm betting the Chiefs. You didn't ask that. It's the Chiefs versus the field. You'd have to take the field. You'd be
No,
if it
you
was
don't
like
have
one.
to.
If it was a 1 versus 1 bet, you'd have to take the field on that one.
I think the team that's won it 6 straight. Poker player, you go with odds.
I'm actually really curious to hear Binkley's rating for this. I'm
Oh,
really
yeah.
curious to hear
You're
Binkley's.
gonna like this one.
What's going on with the can on this one?
It looks like Barg's root beer.
Sort of a boring can.
Who cares, Pete? It's what the beer tastes like. There's no bear.
Yeah, I don't
No, this one isn't as nearly as decorative as the other one.
This
The other
one-
one was very
For
decorative.
me, as far as can goes, this is probably last place so far. But we're talking about the inside of it, right?
I'm going 7.9. Like I really like this beer. Like
Wow.
this is highly crushable.
Wow.
In the beer scene, see that's what we call them.
When you say highly
copious
crushable,
amounts
what do you
of
mean?
beer.
Like you can
Highly
take down
crushable.
19 of these?
Yeah, it's
Over
just-
under
just-
19 and a half? Yeah, I hear
it's
you.
like you sit down with the 12-pack or whatever.
I like it. It's the smoothest of the 4 so far, and I like that. I'll give it an even 7.
Oh,
We are all, other than the really sweet beer, we're all in lockstep. I think this is the best beer we've had so far. I agree with Pete. Very smooth.
I love it.
This is the first beer that I think I could drink multiple of.
Yeah.
This is
Like if I was at the bar and we
Yeah.
were just watching the game and we had an order of nachos
Keep
and she
ordering.
said, "Do you want another one?" I would say yes on this
This-
before the
it
other
tastes
ones.
like if Miller Lite put on a tuxedo. It
Colorado
just is a
lager.
little dressed up, ready to go to a
I
wedding.
actually want to pour you. I'm gonna pour you some more. Let me pour you. Let me pour you a
Supposed
little
to
bit
work on the
more.
logo.
Let me pour you a little
On
more.
my 4th beer, I knocked into the mic. That's too. Yep, there we go. All right. Wow.
Gay drinking.
Yeah, here we go.
Pour you a little bit more. Pour you a little bit of
I hope my bosses aren't watching. Joel
I have
and,
a
and Debbie
4-hour show tonight.
drinking
so-
on the job.
and some of his show.
All right. Well,
Oh, you got 4 today? I thought you just had 3.
are you
Well,
going on the air
whatever
today?
show.
Not today.
I'm doing your show till 5. So
Okay,
maybe
yeah,
5
no,
more.
till
Oh, you have a
5.
mega show tonight.
Mega.
This thing is
Huge.
I got to interview Mike
anyone
Golick
from
after
Arrowhead
this.
Pride coming on the show?
Maybe Ron.
Maybe Ron.
Maybe Ron.
Ron basically should just co-host the show on
That's
Thursdays.
looking
with
for-
Ben.
I
like
love
Ron.
that. Ron does a great job.
Yeah, I love Ron. I got
I'm
no,
a big Ron
I got
guy.
zero beef with Ron.
Arrowhead
He's gotten
Pride's
so
Ron Cobb.
good at it, man. He's like his
Lead
analysis
analyst.
of the draft.
Yeah.
I was so impressed when he took on the draft.
Well
I'm a
done.
big Ron guy.
Big Ron guy.
Bing, who's somebody you think had a terrible draft?
Well, the Raiders hardly picked anybody, so I'll go Raiders with the small amount of picks
What about the
that they
Patriots?
had.
Do you hate
I
the
didn't like the
Patriots draft?
Packers. I didn't like the Packers draft at all. I know they got a couple receivers, but not early on.
What did you make of the Patriots' first round pick?
That was scratchy. I put that.
It was strange.
I'd put the Patriots in
Oh,
bottom
here we
3
go.
as well. Not a fan of the Patriots.
Strange Days, another great brewery in
It
Kansas
was
City.
strange. All right, we got 2 more. Do you want the sweet one first or the other one, Pete? I'll let you pick, and then
I want to say I don't really love sweet beers, so let's do that one first. Get it out of the way.
okay.
Yeah. We're gonna stick
Save the
with the
best.
same
Save the
beers.
best for
Then when
last.
there's so much different.
All right, we
concepts.
have Dry Dock beer. Or so Bink told me he hasn't had any of these before.
Never.
This is I'm gonna put up to the camera first. This is the
Okay.
Dry Dock Co. established 2005.
Right,
It's in Aurora, so another Colorado,
Colorado
beer.
beer.
That Colorado beer scene is as tough as the
The
Kansas
liquor
City
store
barbecue
must have had
scene.
like a Colorado connection.
Colorado is a brewery hub.
Dude, there's a million. That in Michigan.
That's why if you're going to a
This is the
Chiefs game,
Apricot Blonde.
you got to go to Denver. I mean, Sunday Night Football. You could spend the whole weekend there. Check
Yeah.
out some breweries. You go to Sunday Night Football. wear the
Huge beer
red.
town.
I do like this can a lot more. It's called Apricot Blonde.
That's the
and-
best can we've had
and
so
there's
far.
there's a mermaid on it.
Ooh, she's a blonde though.
Right. So it is an Ariel. We know
Pete,
that.
what's your favorite Disney original movie?
Without a doubt, Aladdin.
Bank, you have one? Is there a Disney animated
I'm a fan
movie
of
that you love?
mermaids. I think this is the best Ken yet.
The Rookie.
Here you go.
Okay, not animated, but that counts. I'll give you the Rookie.
Remember
That's
the
fine.
Titans, right?
Or Titans, yeah.
You know what ruined that movie for me? When I realized how much of it is made up. That's the first movie where
The coach was supposedly not really that likable, correct?
Yeah,
In real life. Yeah, I heard that.
that's the first movie where I found out the behind the scenes, and I'm like, hold on, this is stupid.
2005, this dry dock. Probably dry dock because it's in an area of the city with no water, would be my guess.
That's a good one.
Big deductive
Aurora.
reasoning guy.
Huh?
Yeah,
Big what?
I'm a big deductive reasoning guy.
Let's try the dry dock here. We've got an apricot blonde here.
It's gonna be interesting.
Go ahead. Let me go ahead and pour your little sip there.
What kind of style? Does it say what style it is on it or anything? Like
I do
apricot
like
water?
the color of
It says it's a blonde ale
Oh, it's an
brewed with
ale, okay.
apricot puree.
You put this up to a black light. That room is
Puree,
gonna be lit
I don't
up, in apricot blonde light.
The one
All
with
right.
puree.
Bink, what's your favorite fruit juice?
Okay, here's the thing. Do we classify tomato as a juice?
If you want to count
Because
it,
it did have seeds.
if you
But
want
it's
to count
not-
it, yeah,
but
that's
For
fine.
tax reasons, they called it a vegetable.
I'm not going to fault you if
I'll
you
go
want
fruit.
Tomatoes
to.
are actually a fruit. Did you know
What?
that? I mean, they're actually a fruit.
I know because they have
tomatoes.
seeds.
Hold
But
on,
for
hold on.
tax reasons,
Bink,
they're called a
let
vegetable.
me, can I tweet the can first before you drink it?
Orange juice would be my favorite.
You know what I really love? Grape juice.
Whoa, this is a pungent beer. Have you guys smelled this yet?
Pungent.
This thing
That's
perks.
that's a
What's
great
the
word.
one
Out of all the beers
constipates
we've had
you?
so far,
Prune
this thing
juice?
will scratch you. You know what I'm saying?
Prune juice.
Hold
Oh,
on,
man.
let me go ahead and
It's
tweet.
Not a
Oh.
huge fan of the smell.
I don't know. It
Not
smells
wild.
like a candle that your aunt would bring over.
Yeah. After 4 burritos.
It's like this is too strong for my apartment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hold on, I'm tweeting out the thing, and
what
then
are
we
we
can
doing?
drink it.
All right.
We're not drinking yet, Pete.
Yeah, I'm just tweeting out the picture. I'm trying to let people know what we're drinking,
I've
so
not
they
drank
can
the
so
last
they
two, by the
so they
way.
can check it on the tweets.
All right.
I've not.
All right,
tried.
let's try it.
All right.
This is the Dry Dock Brewing 05 edition. Pete, when did you graduate high school?
Chaminade High School,
What high school? What year?
Mineola, 2006.
I was 06 too.
We're the same age, you and I.
Bink, you were 86.
91.
I was close.
Oh, I thought you were also
Hell
2006,
you
like
doing,
us.
man?
You know?
You
Okay.
dated me like 6 more years.
Amazing.
You know, Pete wrestled.
I did.
I didn't give us one great wrestling story.
Double leg takedown, pin 1, 2, 3. I mean, I was pretty good. I think I ended up finishing about 500. Nothing like pinning someone and then counting 1, 2, 3, and then crushing a couple beers like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It's better than the raspberry beer. And I didn't think it was. I wasn't expecting it, but it's
I
better than
agree.
raspberry.
You want some more?
I actually,
No,
you
I'm
know,
not, but this would be a great morning beer.
I'm not a
man.
fruity beer man. I like this beer.
It's a lot better. I didn't even think I would. Just I didn't like the smell of it real
This
well.
is the
but
Dry Dock Apricot Blonde.
It's got a real
It's
dry
got an
taste to it,
orange.
too.
It's got an. I know it's an apricot.
I
But
know,
it's got
but
an orange
That's why I
flavor
like. I
to
kind
it.
of like that orange. I like anything
You know what it
orange.
might be good is squeezing an orange into this beer. And
Ooh,
You know, like a Blue Moon or
Blue
something?
Moon.
like a blue moon, like
I've actually
around the
been to
rim.
Golden,
That's a good idea,
Colorado
actually.
before. I went whenever Heist had his bachelor party.
Okay.
It was
Nice.
in Denver. We went to Golden,
Don't
Colorado.
hassle the heist.
The Blue Moon
Right.
place was there. The
Yeah.
Blue Moon place was there.
Right.
And I did not take a tour there.
Mm.
This might come as a shock to you. I didn't really want to pay for the tour
No, you.
or wait in the line
Oh, either
at the
one.
Blue Moon. I wasn't gonna do both. I wasn't gonna do both. Paying is one thing. Waiting in
What
line.
month was it? Was it a little chilly out there too? Man?
It was May. It was Cinco de Mayo
Oh,
weekend.
okay, so
It was
the
Cinco de
heat-
Mayo
the
weekend.
weather factor.
Yeah.
There are 3 Carrington. I mean, it's price, it's waiting, and definitely temperature.
I'm
You
okay.
get
I'm going to
affected.
tell you a story here. I don't want you to judge me. So
okay.
the last night we were there, we went to a gentleman's club.
Okay.
So the gentleman's club was attached to a dispensary.
Okay. So it's double trouble, if
And
you will.
yeah, I kind of had a bucket list. I was like, you know what? I'd love to smoke weed with one of the women that work here. You
This
know,
is- this is
kinda what I wanted to do.
PG-13 story. All of a sudden, yeah,
that's kind of what I wanted to do.
sure.
So I go in there, I get 2 pre-rolls. I'm
Nice.
convinced
Not donut rolls.
I am about to smoke weed with one of the women that work here.
Okay.
Right when you walk in, big sign: you will be escorted and possibly prosecuted if you smoke marijuana in this place.
No go.
I am so angry. I'm so hurt.
Yeah.
I did this. So we get there, and I'm kind of disappointed. Like, I had a dream.
Right.
I
Okay.
saw the most beautiful woman at this place I'd ever seen before in my entire life.
She looked like the mermaid on the apricot blonde.
She,
It's this
Can.
mermaid fascination.
she was,
And it's the
she
only
was
woman in the room.
6'7" and Brazilian. She was built like Meg the Stallion.
Right.
Now I got a rule at the strip club. I'm only taking $40. That's all I'm taking. I'm taking $40. Nothing more, nothing less.
You are a special man.
I gave her 27.
Oh wow.
I gave her
right.
27.
You guys want to know a good strip bar story?
Of course.
So my previous
of
this was on the
course.
Orange Blossom Trail in Orlando, right? There's a lot of good strip bars on Orange Blossom Trail.
Sure.
And we're in there, and I was with my previous job. This is business. We had a business meeting, and my owner of my company said, hey, can you go out for this client? So we it's one of those deals where it's not a limo.
You want some more of this,
Cadillacs or Lincoln,
Sure.
right? And there was a driver, and so the driver of it, wears one of those, the driver caps, chauffeur caps or something. So we go to the strip bar, and the driver and I, he asked the driver, he's like, why don't you come in with us? So he's like, all right. So we go, and I'm sitting at the bar with the driver. And all of a sudden, I was like, where are people at that we came with? And like, oh, your group's up in VIP. And we looked at each other like, we don't have the money to go VIP. And so I went and banged the company credit card.
Okay.
That's not the banging I thought was going to happen in this story.
You're making me go.
I was a little scared. For the
that's-
I was like,
That's
yo,
later.
Bink was
That's later.
living.
That's later. Just wait.
Okay,
So then-
that's later. He's on. It's later. That's
Well,
later.
All right.
So
That's
then,
later.
So then I banged the company credit card because they even called the treasurer. I was like, hey, man, you guys sent me on this deal. I need to sit in VIP. And I go ahead and get some money or something like that. The receipt comes out as Acme or something like that. They protect people. It's like Acme Industries or something like that. Like they totally protect your identity when you're buying stuff there.
Undercover.
So I actually have been to Magic City before.
Okay.
It was one of those Frontier. Frontier, you can fly for real cheap. One of my really good friends, it was $62 round trip to Atlanta for the weekend. I've never been. We should go. Saturday, I'm like, you know what? These rappers talk about it. I want to go to Magic City.
NBA players as well.
We go to Magic City.
James Harden.
Magic City, you would think how popular it is. You would think it's a really big place. It's not a really big place. It's actually really small.
Sure.
But it's really a class system. So it's it's one side is the table, the middle is the stage, the left is the common folk. You don't get any attention from the young ladies over in the common folk area.
Not at all. No.
And there's no seating over in the common folk area.
You'd be in the
So I'm
champagne
sitting there, I'm like, we're on vacation.
Oh no.
Let's get a table.
Oh no.
They're like, how much you want to spend? $200. We got you. We had Absolute Vodka. I'll let you know how cheap this table was. It was $200 for one bottle of Absolute Vodka and 2 chairs. What you paid for. Now, I will say, the attention you get from the ladies when you have a table, very different attention. That certainly made it worth it.
Sure.
And-
It's like life. You get what you pay for.
You definitely get it. And I also understand why Lou Williams did the chicken wing things. Because, it's late, you've been drinking. You're like, man, you know what? I'm hungry. What do you guys have to eat? Oh, our wings are really good. Sure, bring me 12 of them. These were some of the best chicken wings I ever had in my life. I get why Lou Williams was willing to break
Which
NBA
place
protocol.
Do you like him better than Wingstop?
Yeah, these were some of them. I mean, Wingstop. I actually had Wingstop yesterday watching the
But the
Mavericks
food's good.
game.
I didn't bring this up the other day when we were talking like bowling alley food and stuff.
Sure.
But strip bar food is way underrated. Way underrated. Strip bars.
You seem like a legs and eggs kind of guy.
Yeah.
He's laughing.
If it wasn't for sports broadcasting, I wanted to be a strip bar announcer. Like, hey, gentlemen, you're not tipping, you're slipping.
Least surprising
Baby,
You want some
to
more
the
of this?
main
You
stage.
done on it?
To
You
the
done?
main stage.
Least
Baby.
surprising
You want some
thing
more of this
I've
one, or
heard
you done
all
with
day.
it?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna take one quick sip of this. We have one beer left.
One left.
Down to 1. This has been fun so far.
Then there was one.
Any
You
other
said you're coming for the sequel.
any other questions from the people out there?
Hold on. We do have a question. Hold on. Let me read you this. Would you rather fight a crocodile in the water or a tiger in a tree?
It's pretty easy, actually. I'd
It's
go
gotta be.
crocodile in the water.
I would
because-
say no. You got to just kick that tiger off the
yeah,
damn tree, dude.
but those crocodiles have their eyes on the side of their head. And if you swam in like a zigzag pattern, because they always say if like alligator's chasing you, you run zigzag pattern because their head's like this and their eyes are over here, you'd have more of a chance, I think.
Well, you got to swim that way. You're already in the water.
I'm just saying you might have more of a chance.
No, it's
fighting
definitely
chance.
tiger in the tree because
I can't swim.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I could die twice. I could die from drowning or I can get eaten.
And the thing is too, is like you
Great
just say,
question.
you just say sacrifice your leg. You have the tiger bite your leg off, and then it kind of is satisfied while it's eating it. You push it off the tree.
All right, I'm gonna post this one up there. Hold on.
Hopefully, you can have a tourniquet at that point. I can already
Oh,
tell this
curveball.
can is less than
This was a good save the best for last. So this is the Martin City curveball. Martin City, they got a jack stack, don't they?
No, they get their own like they might in Martin City. I'm
I
not
think
sure,
they
but
might
the
have a
brewery
jack
has
stack
like
there.
a pizza restaurant. Then they got a restaurant.
They
where
got a
serve their
pizza.
beer, and they got like a pizza hall.
This
for
has
their
been
beer.
this has been the Royals' Achilles heel all year.
The curveball. What's your favorite pizza place in Kansas City, Pete?
Oh, it is Johnny Joe's in the Plaza, but I need to try. There's
the,
some,
the plaza,
He
huh?
seems like he's a guy with
Yeah, the
shirt on,
plaza.
so it's like
Yeah.
90 degrees.
I just walk with my pinky up the whole time, and no, it's the best. It's
Have
the
you
best
been to,
pizza I've had in Kansas City.
Have you been to Ocean Prime?
I have not.
I actually just ate there a couple weeks ago. It was
I'd like to go.
It was not cheap. I'll say that.
You
much.
and Rob famously don't invite me anywhere you guys go.
You don't really hang out with us for
You
real.
tell me after the fact, and then you're like, "Well, you should have came with us." And I go, "Oh, that would have been, what would have been nice was a phone call before you."
Okay, you know that's
What style of beer is this?
This is the hoppy wheat ale. Hold on, let me take a picture. Hold on.
I'll be honest with you. Martin City is
For those of you who bet the under, we're at one right there.
They have an IPA.
I didn't yell at him that time.
They
That
have
wasn't
an
a
IPA
yell.
called
Yeah, we'll see how
Hardway
that-
IPA. And you can find it at all the grocery stores and everything. It's really good beer. What styles did you say this was?
This is the hoppy
Okay.
wheat ale. Hold on, let me take
I'm
the
just
picture.
sniffing it.
Okay, hold on, let me take the picture.
Do I need to make no more noise?
I don't know about the smell of this one either.
Hold
like
on,
butter.
let me take the picture.
It smells very hoppish.
I got a good
sulfurous.
nose. Well, I've been blessed with a good nose.
Hold on, I'm posting the picture. Bing, what's your favorite wing flavor?
Buffalo. I'm just pretty
Just
simple.
regular buffalo. All right, we can partake. We can sip. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more weedy. It's not as weedy as I thought it was
Yeah,
gonna be.
anytime you see hopped up wheats or something like
Mm.
the pure wheat is what you would love. You would love like a wet beer or a totally. What do you think of Boulevard wheat?
I love it.
Because this is my favorite wheat beer.
I love it.
I think this one is pretty good. It's pretty smooth.
Yeah, the hops are kind of throwing me off. I thought it was gonna be in the Boulevard wheat style, but it's
I like that lager better though. Still,
I think it's a slight hop though. It's not like a heavy hop, in my opinion.
oh, this was a pro hop to me.
Oh, you think it
This was a
Yeah.
This was a Giannis hop.
Mm.
Pete,
Right.
what was the best thing about growing up in New York?
7-Elevens on the corner. We didn't have a ton of house parties because our parents would stay home, so we would dump out the Slurpee cups and fill the 7-Up cups with beer and walk the streets
does Big Pete know this? Because he's listening.
unbothered. I think I've told him this before. I mean,
He's Peter. He's Pete.
33 years old. No, so in my family, Big Pete is actually Pete, and I get called Peter quite a bit actually.
Big Pete and Peter.
But yeah, no, I think it just was being able to walk everywhere. Probably that's the best.
What was your first date? What was your first date, Pete?
First date.
I want to hear the Pete Sweeney first date story.
I think I went with my high school, what ended up being my high school girlfriend, to a pasta restaurant.
A pasta restaurant.
It was an Italian restaurant where the pasta was good. I can't really remember much after that.
Bing, what was your first one?
I think we went bowling or something. I don't remember. It was in, like middle school or something. Like they
Okay.
send you to middle school. It's like,
Bowling? Yeah.
went to some
Bowling
bowling.
is
Are you a good bowler?
No, I suck.
I'm a decent bowler. I mean, I kind of break over 100
It's
every
just something
time.
to do. Arcade games.
You're a good bowler because you break over 100?
It's, I mean, if you casually bowl, it's tough to break 100 consistently.
I'm a good weed bowler.
We bowler.
Will weed? Remember that weed?
I mean, we can easily test this out and see. We can bring the Wii up here and we
I
can
like-
play.
I like weed.
We can play Wii
Maybe
bowling and
that's
see if you're
maybe
good.
that's a
The
thing
next one.
for the next.
The next
Beers
one,
for
yeah.
Frank,
No, the next one.
Drink a few beers and then
And then play Wii bowling. No, that would be fun.
I like-
That would be fun. That would actually be really good.
Good luck. Right. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
My first date
Yeah, what's yours? I
was
should have asked you that.
Ward Parkway Theater.
Okay.
I went to see Barbershop 2.
Wow.
That was my first.
Did you guys neck in the theater?
No, actually, no.
No necking.
No necking in the
Carrington was
theater.
scared to make a move. In high
No
school.
necking in the
No,
theater.
not a huge surprise.
Barbershop 2 was the first date I ever went on.
Not a huge
First double date I ever went on was actually Too Fast, Too Furious.
Mm. 2 dates, 2 guys.
That's what it was.
At least I didn't say.
That's what it
First
was.
date was going to see the Wizard of Oz.
Did I tell you?
Follow the yellow brick road.
Have you heard? Have you ever been to Wamego, Kansas before?
Wamego.
You got to go to Wamego, man.
I have 2 of the hot sauces at home.
You got to go to Wamego.
Bring your amigo to Wamego.
You got to.
I started talking about it. And he went down there for the Toto's Tacos.
I did
This
go.
whole town is all Wizard of Oz Museum. They have a yellow brick road. The taco place is Toto's Tacos. I mean, it is.
Sounds pretty good.
It's like Wizard of Oz threw up on the town. It's in a great town.
Sounds pretty good.
I asked him. So this person, he had the largest private collection of Wizard of Oz stuff.
Yeah.
He donated to the town of Wamego.
Wow.
He donated it, and then they built their whole economy around this guy's collection.
That's great.
There you
That's
go.
great. I'm a big fan of Wizard of Oz.
Oh, Rob.
Hey, Rob's back.
Rob, you want to get you a little bit of this curveball, hoppy wheat? I got to leave in 5 minutes. Rob's telling me.
What inning we in?
We are
There's a
Logger in the
TV in
front's the
here,
best.
so we could watch the.
No, we're gonna get
he
this where we
does.
need to be.
You see, that has a playhouse.
Oh,
Yeah, but
does.
yeah, you've been.
It's another room with
Carrington's
leather chairs.
Playhouse?
Rob and I
Video
play
games.
NFL Street like it just came out
It's in our
yesterday.
sales department, but
I
he
like
brought
that.
me a
Yeah.
mini fridge and everything. See, that's playhouse.
All right, I got to leave in. All right, rank the 3 beers. What were your 3 favorites?
Okay. I like the apricot blonde. That's gonna be my number 1. Probably. What was that one that what was it? The Colorado Lager that we said was really smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would be number 2.
Yep, that one right there.
And then the Husky for me, I think. I didn't really like the curveball.
For me, it's Colorado Lager 1, Husky IPA 2, Apricot Blonde 3.
Pete and I have the exact same rankings.
Wow.
The Apricot Blonde 1, the Colorado Lager 2, and the Husky IPA 3.
Where did you get these beers for the folks who want to?
Tipsy's right up
Tipsy's.
there. So they do a build your own 6-pack.
There you
So I
go.
go up there, I call Bink, and I say, hey, let's
Well,
figure out
You
beers.
got to give them love if you want to try the same beers we had.
Yeah,
today.
shout out to Tipsy's. Yeah, no, I put the pictures out there.
There you go.
If you want to try them.
Did they
So,
a lot more? I mean,
no, they had a selection.
Cool.
All right, this was fun.
It's very fun.
Pete, thanks for coming up here.
Thanks,
Bink,
Pete.
you're always here. I'm always
you.
here. So
Yeah.
we just did this. We'll keep doing this. I don't know if you guys liked it or not,
Well, I had
but
a
Fun
great
in the
time
sun.
there.
we'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
All right, we're out of here.